Hello and welcome. I hope you're having a great day or evening, and it might even get better because today we are playing Net.Crawl. It is, as you can see, a demo version of a game that will come out in the third quarter of 2025, according to the Steam page. It is a roguelike deck builder where we are playing a bunny program. It is quite complex, so I'll try to explain everything in this video while also playing and not losing. Anyway, sorry. Here we have our program where we move from node to node on this grid. We have links, so these are our, let's call it health bars, as well as our hearts are our actual health. If we are running out of hearts, we lose the game. We lose this roguelike version, this roguelike run. Anyway, here we have trace. So we are in a program trying to do certain things, and the program tries to defend itself with trace. Will reduce link at the end of the turn. So we have 4 action points to move on this grid right here and try to reduce trace, gain data. So this means we try to wait. Let me really quickly think. What is our achievement right here? Collect data until the memory is full. Okay, so that's basically all we have to do in this level. We need to gain 5 data. So for example, this says collect 2, collect 1, collect 1. So these are 4 if we move in this direction. Collect 2 data. Do we have callbacks? Yes, we have. What this means, I'll explain in a second. Okay, so what we can do is pick up these 2, then collect this node right here, this right here. Now we have 5, and we could, or we would win this run if we move back to the exit. But since we only have 1 action left, we also have 1 callback left. So if we move on a node that is not yet activated, we lose 1 action point. If we move back to here, we use up 1 callback. But since we cannot go to the exit before the turn runs out, let's hit the ban hammer, reduce the trace, and end our turn, so we don't lose any link. And now we have 5 out of 5 data. Move out, success. Wonderful. Then we gain credits. We can spend on something else in a bit. Now, here we have data pool. We can, for example, here we have all the data nodes we will unlock during a run, or that will appear during a run. So for example, this is collect 1 data, not very powerful since we have, for example, here collect 3. The more data we get, the more useful it is, of course. So what should we replace them with? We have here archive. Express, meaning it costs no action point. So if we go to this node, it doesn't activate, or it doesn't consume 1 action point. Refresh. Transform this node and all adjacent exhausted nodes into random data nodes. Nope. Collect 4, that's good, but here collect X data. Number of reboots since the start of the level. I don't like this. Let's pick these and replace these 2 1 data nodes. Then here we can add memory, meaning increasing our number here, which is useful in certain cases. Plus 3 actions at the start of the next level, a random item. Let's use the random item. So what did we get? Exhaust target node. Okay. So this item can be used to do one-time action. Here we are in the system grid. We have 4 starting nodes, so green nodes, which are special nodes. For example, we hit the ban hammer, drop 5 trace, then transform adjacent nodes into null, meaning ineffective. And we can drop trace 3 times. No, exhaust startup, exhaust self. So we don't even have to visit this node. It will drop one trace automatically. Set data and firewall to 0, then reboot. Let's pick this one. And we could also use the credits right here to buy another one, but no. Let's save up the credits and visit Jack. This is a special core. So we have to exhaust this, meaning how can we do that? Set memory to 21. When data is 21, exhaust the core. Data overflow X lose X link. Wait, what? Data overflow. It is explained here. Overflow triggers when data is gained above memory limit. So we have to hit exactly 21 or it will exhaust our link and set all the data to 0. That would be tough. Okay, so we have to reduce the trace here. We cannot do it in one turn, so yeah, let's do this. So these are now all nullified. Data, and what is this? Collect 60 credits and end the turn. Actually quite good, because we only had one action point left anyway. So now the trace is back on 3. We have 2 data, not very much. Didn't we pick up more? Might be wrong. Okay, so if we hit up this right here, and then this, it will... Oh, it transforms if we refresh it. We can only refresh from here, I think. Yeah, no, it doesn't work. Okay, this sucks now, because now we are getting hit with trace. But it is what it is. Now we only have 2 link left before we lose our first heart. Then reveal all system nodes and collect X data. Number of nodes revealed this way. So we have... This was a system node, this was a system node. This is a system node. We only have 2 more, so this is not very helpful. But we cannot activate it again. Okay, so we need to reduce our trace. While exhausted, drop 1 more trace anytime you would drop trace. Shit. Okay, we will lose 1 heart. Hey, okay, it is what it is. Lose trace. So, yeah. Now we are back with 5 link again. Let's hit up and reboot right here. Drop X trace. Can we... Do we have a counter value yet? Yes, it was on 2. Okay, then 4 data. And 6 are left. So, 2, 2. And I want to go here. Perfect, we have 21 and the core is now exhausted and we can go to the exit, leave, success, perfect. Okay, did not explain that very well, but we did it. We can now add link, so we can spend 200 credits to gain 2 links, so more of this health bar, let's call it health bar. Now, new system nodes, drop X-trace, number of callbacks you have. Okay, we don't have nodes yet that give us many callbacks, so this is useless for now. Spend 25 credits to gain action, callback, drop 1 trace and collect 1 data. Wow, that's powerful. Yeah, let's get this. Okay. Now, aspect matrix. So we have here the drill. We can firewall by 3, then add 1 trace. So this is the reason why we have not yet encountered the firewall. I will explain it in the next turn. If turn number is odd, gain 1 action and add 1 trace. Add 1 sunk cost to the level pool. What the hell is a sunk cost? No idea. You can move to any exhausted node. Can we just move there? Really? Okay. Add 1 to firewall. When firewall becomes equal to 0, drop 2 trace. This is very good. And let's pick this as an upgrade and move on to Gordian MD. So how do we exhaust this? Data overflow. Lose X core strength. Turn end, set data to half of its current value. Activation, set trace to half of its current value. So if we hit it up right here, the trace will be halved. Perfect. So anyway, here we have the firewall. Usually this picks up every first data we pick up, since usually there is a number. Let's call it number 3. If we hit the collect data to node right here, it would go down by 2 and not add it to here because the firewall is blocking the data we gain. So let's collect some data here and hopefully, yes. Hit the ban hammer, perfect. And we can collect this right here. Wonderful. So I guess we have to just exhaust this core by visiting it with the data. Currently it has 8, so if we hit it up with 5, oh no, the trace is building up. It's not very good. Restore 1 heart. That is very useful because now we are full again. Collect 4 data. No. We can visit this collect 0 data but express, so we don't use any action points here. Okay, let's hit this up. Half the trace and how do we reduce this number? Lose X core strength. How do we exhaust it? No idea. Core has solid and protected exhaust when core strength becomes 0. Can't be exhausted or transformed by external effects. Ignores reboot. Okay. How do we... Damn. First up, let's hit this up. Drop trace by X. Wonderful, we don't have any trace left. What I want to do is reboot. Nothing happened here. What the hell? How do we beat you? Can we use this? No. Okay. Wait, can I not? Can I not unclick it? Hey, stop! I don't want to use it. Consumable. Can we? No. How do we stop you from being used? This item is destroyed after use. Okay. So... okay. Yeah, guess we had to use these items. Okay, this is a negative for sure. I want to unclick it. Maybe there was a way and I didn't know. Anyway, let's drop the trace right here. Collect data here. collect data here and visit it here. What happens? Nothing. How do we beat you? Lose X data overflow. Oh! I'm a moron. It's just written there, data overflow. Overflow triggers when data is gained above memory limit. So, meaning we have to go above 5. Oh god. Why am I so stupid? Seriously. Okay. Let's spend some credits for an action point. Reduce this. Go above the limits. Go above here. Yeah, it goes down there quite nicely. Collect 2. Done. Finish. Damn. Yeah. Whoever can read is definitely having an easier life. Okay. So what can we do? We can pick up more system grids, extensions. Perfect. Tooling during the next level. Random item. Let's pick a random item. I mean, we can use it, but we have to be careful when we want to use it. Let's add some memory. 1 for free. Perfect. And visit the Orwell. Okay. What can you do? Now I have to really carefully read. Activation. Upload X to reduce core strength by X. Okay. Meaning if we have data and visit this, then it goes down. 12 needs to go down. End of turn, transform a random node into a watchful eye. Oh boy. Watchful eye. Start of turn, add 1 trace. Activation, spend 3 data to drop 3 trace. If can't, add... Oh boy. Holy... Damn. Okay, we have to clear him out really quickly. So let's collect 4 data here. What happened with my data? Oh, on refresh, collect 4 data. Huh. Definitely should read. More and better. Reduce trace by 2. Okay. Collect data 3. Okay. Now we have to finish our turn with 5 data collected. Okay. So now we have 1 firewall. Meaning if we collect it, perfect, because we have this. When firewall becomes equal to 0, drop 2 trace. Perfect, we did that. And now let's hit it up here. Upload 6 data to reduce it by 6. That's great. Then I want to hit this up. Perfect for 3 data. Finish the turn. Okay, so 5 trace. Can we... Oh, okay, we are now at 6 data, so we can visit it here. Perfect, upload it. I have 2 action points left, so let's go to the exit. Wonderful. Finish the level, perfect. And that's basically the gist of the game. It's quite complex, at least for some dum-dum like me. But yeah, this is Net.Crawl, so let's finish up with a quick summary. So first up, what I liked. The soundtrack of this title is eerie and fitting for a puzzle game in such an IT setting, and I really enjoyed the music. The artwork is simple and yet stylized enough to be pleasing, not overwhelming, not too much and not too little. The complexity of the game leaves us with great choices and brain teasers, requiring us to use up every brain power we have, which in my case is limited. The variety of nodes, customization options and overall enemy mechanics is incredible. The 2 hours I played this demo just showed me a fraction, and just really a fraction, of the replayability value with all the options and mechanics we unlock. Now, what I disliked was that this title is more of a puzzle game than a deck builder, which is not a big issue, but just had me anticipate something different. The complexity of the game, especially with the tutorial's length of over 1 hour, might scare away the generic player. To be fair, the tutorial was entertaining and well thought out, yet it might have been better to let the player know that they can start a normal run right away and revisit the tutorial if they get stuck. And last but not least, as you just saw, the use of items needs a cancel button, or if it already has one, I haven't found it, meaning it needs a more transparent cancel button. And these are my first impressions of the game, which are actually quite positive, seeing me definitely pick up the title once it launches later this year. What are your thoughts on the game? Let me know in the comments, and as always, have a great day or evening.